You're tuned into the Black Nation of Israel. In this video, I will be talking about how these wicked leaders of the world is playing mind games with the masses of the people. They have us looking in one direction while they doing something in another direction, you see. And during this pandemic that we are witnessing now, where they got everybody scared to go outside, businesses on lockdown. But behind the scenes, they want to the real agenda is to implement a world government and to implement vaccines, get people to take vaccines and have people sick, you see. There's millions of people who live most of their lives without vaccines, live to be 80, 90 years old without having a vaccine, you see. Now, in the photo that you see, this is former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown. He's calling for a world government during this pandemic. You see, their agenda, what it is that they chose a global health topic to sell us a world government. You see, they chose a global health crisis to sell us out for a world government. You see, their evil world government. This former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown he's calling for a world government. And this is what they want. This is their agenda. You see, this is what they want. Now, I made a video yesterday about David Spangler. David Spangler is a Satanist. And he in the video, I said, he made a statement, no one shall enter into the New World Order unless they make a pledge to Lucifer. That's their agenda. And Gordon Brown, he's a Satanist too. Now he haven't made a statement like that, but behind the scenes, most likely he worship Lucifer. You see, all of these globalists and these one worlders who want to take away our freedoms and take away our freedoms and have us on lockdown and in quarantine and on a permanent basis, or have us in FEMA camps. They Luciferians, they Satanists. They worship Satan. And after this pandemic is over with, if it ever be over with, they're still going to have their laws after this. Their legislation is to take more and more of our freedoms. After this is over with, it's going to be laws in effect in the workplace, and in general life, in general life, in general life. It's going to be legislation to have laws to restrict, to take away our freedom, to chip away at our freedoms. Just like it was that 9/11, the 9/11. Right after 9/11, they came out with Patriot Act, the Patriot Act 1. And then they created another, the second Patriot Act. Both of those Patriot Acts took away more of the American citizens' freedoms. Chipped away, you see. And this is what's going to happen with this crisis, this pandemic crisis right here. They're going to create, they done already, and some of these laws that's in effect now, these laws are going to stick, and then they're going to add more legislation to restrict your freedom, you see, to steady chip it away. But yeah, this is what they want. This is, a lot of people think, just like this Gordon Brown here, he's calling for a world government. If you still don't think that they want a world government, or if you still don't think that these world leaders are not planning for a world government, you in for a strong delusion. And this is part of Bible prophecy as well. The scriptures foretold of this. It foretold of it. Let's go into the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 13. And this is talking about the Messiah's eternal kingdom here, which will abolish and destroy these wicked world leaders, kingdom, or world government. Christ, the Messiah, he have a world government too, but his is a righteous government, you see, and an everlasting government that will be ruled in righteousness. Their world government is evil and wicked and corrupt, which is talking about mass control of the people. Their government is about mass control of the people, and the worship of Lucifer, you see. Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 and 14. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days. The Ancient of Days is the Father, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion, glory, and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. You see, this is talking about the Messiah. His kingdom will not be destroyed. He's going to set up his kingdom. And where it says, and they brought him near before him. The angelic beings will bring the Messiah near before the Father. And the Father gave all authority to the Son. And there was given him dominion and glory. Talking about Christ, the Messiah's dominion. And a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages shall serve him. This is the Messiah's new world order here. That's going to be ruled in righteousness, not like them, you see. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, you see. So as you see, the Messiah's kingdom will be an everlasting kingdom, and which shall not be destroyed. He's going to put an end to all of this wickedness in the world and this satanic worship of Lucifer. All these Luciferians and the world governments of the world, you see. Okay, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and comment. Peace.